All right, let's see. I think we're live. Let's take a look. Let's hop over to YouTube real quick. All right. All right. So there we go. We're live now, officially. We're going to grab that link. Real quick. All right. So just a heads up, guys. Not using headphones today, so going to be a little different. Usually I use my AirPods, but today I don't know where I put them. They're somewhere in my room, but I don't know where. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. But we will be live. Also, apologies. I have a little tickle in my throat today. I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. It doesn't feel like anything serious, but might be adjusting my throat a little bit. In advance, I apologize. Not sure why. I don't think it's anything serious. But anyway, here we go. Live stream link. That doesn't look right. Let's see. Whoops. History. Reopen last closed tab. Copy that link. Definitely a different link. Boom. There we go. Live stream. Hey, Gary H. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Oh, Negro. Nice to have you here as well. Energy's pretty good. Voice is a little all over the place. And I apologize for that. But other than that, we've been pretty good. Obviously, you two are here. We're going to be updating the picker wheel. Today, I mean, it's just a Saturday. So we're going to have... because I haven't quite finished a list officially yet. What we're going to do is we're just going to delete these names and put in some new ones for today for people showing up. Just is how it is. All right, let's open that one. Let's see. We want to, not that. We want to remove all inputs. Save list of file. This one's going to be Saturday's Facebook. But technically it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter if you're Facebook or web. You're going to be one of two winners today because that's how we're doing things on Saturday for right now. Gary H is here. We've also got OO Negro 80. OO Negro. OO Negro 82. Didn't summon Fafner, but got the 3 skins from the event. Congrats, Gary H. That's very nice. Francis Zegan, hello to you. And hello to everyone else as well. Francis, you are on the list. Wally, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, I mean, you know, you never know. Libations sometimes can, I guess, cure you. So you can't go wrong with that. MM, nice to have you here. Are we ready about the new Titans? We're going to be talking about that today for sure. Anthony, hello to you. Nice to have you here. Good day, Ray Johnston. Nice to have you here. Incognito, nice to have you here as well. Yes, Ray. Right now, we do not have a Facebook wheel. It's all Facebook web. Doesn't matter. We're going to have 2 winners from today's stream no matter what. So that is the plan. We'll save the list currently as is for today for Facebook. But basically, it's Facebook or web. Doesn't really matter. We're going to have 2 winners. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. You could be on the same platform, different platform. Does not matter for today's stream. So there's that. We're going to be upgrading Jew a little bit here. Armor penetration. One of those things that I just need on Jew. And one of the crazy things is I've been getting so many more runic stones playing in this guild right now than I was getting before because we didn't have enough players, doing enough in the energy department. So that's really kind of a big difference here in terms of contribution. I can always kind of dish out some of these. It's not a big deal to get some more guild activity points, even though we don't really need them. It still makes me feel better than not doing them. Plus, I'm not going to use them anyway. Probably do a couple, maybe 1,000. That'll work. Good start, right? Some guild activity points there. I really don't do much Titanite anymore. I just don't like it. I will do it, but just not as often. How's settling into the new place going? Everything's going pretty nicely. I will say half of my room is semi-clean. The other half, not so much. Actually, I did get some new things the other day. I will semi-show you because I can't really quite open it up all the way, but there is a, I don't know if anyone can see this, but it says Naruto Shippuden, and it's actually a poster of Itachi that I'm hoping to put up eventually, hopefully maybe like right here, so y'all can see it right across. I also did pick up a nice t-shirt that hopefully I'll be featuring at some point. Sorry guys, I know I'm out of screen here, but I don't know if y'all can see this, but I'm a huge One Piece fan, so I picked up a Luffy t-shirt. If you haven't seen that, kind of highly recommend. But anyway, yeah, picked this up. It still has the price tag on it. We'll ignore that for now. But yeah, so, you know, kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool, and so we picked that guy up. Anyway, some good stuff there for sure. Kind of a fan of that. Anyway, sorry, got on a tangent there, but yeah, we're settling in nicely. I built this table that we're officially streaming off of. I got most of my stuff moved in now. I have a dresser now, kind of on the right side. We're getting there. We're making a lot of progress. We're getting really close to hopefully getting everything where we want it to be. So that's, you know, moving in the right direction. We'll go with that. Thank you for asking, Ray. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, so I can't complain. It's pretty nice up here. Definitely was a little chilly a couple days ago, but that's to be expected given where we are. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. And we'll make sure we add you, of course, to the picker wheel, because we're just having two things there. Wait, half of your room is semi-clean. I guess you could argue that it's a quarter of the room is technically clean, but no, I'd say half of it's pretty clean. There are some, you know, here and there's that need to get more of an official home based on where I'm living. But I'd say overall, we're not too bad. We're not too bad at all. But yeah, liking it. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Yeah, I do like that t-shirt, I will say. All right, so we're going to start off with some expeditions here. We're definitely going to be talking a lot today. Well, I don't know about a lot, but we're going to be talking a bit about the new Titans that we're going to see coming. And really the reason we're going to be talking about that, I think it's pretty straightforward, but they're coming. And they're going to be, I would say, kind of important to keep an eye out on, right? We don't necessarily need to go crazy on it, but we should keep an eye on what's going on and what's coming to Hero Wars, because quite frankly, these new Titans are going to change the game, I think, because the new totems are probably going to be relevant. I mean, people are going to have them. You're going to need to know how to defend against them, etc., etc. So we'll talk about that. Owen Ever says, when are you going to have the housewarming party? Justin, in all seriousness, probably going to be in 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks we'll be having everything set up and official. So hopefully that is the case. So yeah, no, I will say. So there we go. We've got this. We're going to pick up some expedition coins there. Let's see. All right, so let's go back real quick. I'm going to hop over to the Hero Wars page. We're going to talk about the Titans. So they said they gave us a little trailer. I haven't actually even looked at it, but I have played mobile, and so I know the new hero. I think Kairos is on mobile right now. Not super impressed so far with Kairos, going to be honest. Let's see, is this going to pop up for us or not? Yeah, so this is the new hero, or new Titan that we saw in mobile already. I believe his name is Kairos. Let me open this up. And of course, Hero Wars decides to, or the video decides to buffer up here. Let's see. Close up the Discord as well. Brighter the light. So that's the light Titan. That is a dark Titan. So we got Kairos, right? So that's this guy right here. And of course it's level 120. And the reason you might be wondering why is level 120 max? Level 120 is max on mobile. So this is pretty much a screenshot that they're taking off of mobile. Let me see. I also have Kairos. My Kyros is only level 44, just upgraded a little bit. But, you know, I have the exact same thing. Twilight Eater. You can kind of see here. I don't know if you can see that. But basically the bottom line is we're going to have a new type of damage, right? He has the Dark Star of Nephthys, which basically does extra damage to Fire, Earth, and Water Titans. But it, at least on mobile, right, we don't have a mention of Light Titans being affected more by these Dark Titans yet either. There is a Crown of Darkness, very similar to Earth Crown, Water Crown, and so on and so forth. But right now we just have a Crown of Darkness. Not much else is known right now. There is an attack seal on Kyros, which to me indicates that he is the ranging attacker for them. Similar, right, to Silva and Vulcan, right? And I guess the water version is Nova, right? I believe it's Nova. So a lot to be said there. But Kyros is basically the... I don't know. I wasn't super impressed with Kyros' attack so far, but I mean, I guess I didn't watch his video, so maybe there's that as well. They also show us another Dark Titan, I guess. And I'm looking for the name because I don't know this one. Kyros, right. Yep, never actually gonna be sorry for going on a tangent about anime. Well, also I will say though, since we're already talking about that, One Piece right now, if you're watching that or if you're reading that, pretty intense. Mort is another Dark Titan that they're showcasing here. I kind of like that Mort Titan better than I like Kyros, if I'm being honest. But you know, here we go. So they're talking about the typical way things go. Let's see. So he basically builds up this like little dark sphere and attacks them. And he boosts the heroes around him. So he's kind of similar in a sense to Ignis in addition to a distance attacker. Then you got this guy here who seems to deal a decent amount of damage. I'm kind of surprised. Hold on, let's see this. This is going to be key. Available if your team has at least 2 Titans of Darkness. So this is really gonna so they're really trying to angle to have you have 3 of either a dark or sorry, 3 of a earth, fire, or water totem. And they want you to have 2 of these dark or light Titans based on what I'm seeing here. So black hole, that way you can use 2 totems. That's crazy. Conjures a black hole in the center of the enemy team. Black hole drags in enemies and damages them for 5 seconds. The further the enemy titans are from its singularity, the less damage they take. So this is kind of a weird combination almost of a fire totem and a water totem, where basically the further the enemy, the water totem I think deals a little less damage, but the fire totem is really kind of a more of an attack. So I don't know, it's kind of similar between the two of them, but it's not exactly either one or the other. You get a health bonus here, it looks like. So that's interesting. So here we talk pretty much exclusively about Dark Titans. And they're only showcasing 2 of them so far. And I know we have an event next week, right? So Kyros event and a Mort event. So next week we got the Kyros event. Following that we got the Mort event. So, all right. Well, I guess we know what we're getting the next 2 weekends. We got Kyros and Mort. So 2 Dark Titans coming up back to back. That's nice. Nice of them to tell us that. So yeah, we'll see what we get there. And Wally already started that new account. Might use Daredevil. I think Daredevil's not a bad option, especially if you ultimately end up going potentially with Fafnir down the line. That could be really helpful as well. Gary H says, why don't they give us a way to use all the extra stuff we have been holding on to? I don't know. I don't know why they do stuff like that. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Francis says, I'm mostly interested and curious for the support titans for healing and boost on web. Yeah, I mean, it seems to me seems, I think, a little bit more interesting to me right now than Kyros. Having seen Kyros on web, if he's, or on mobile, if he's similar to that on Facebook and web, I don't know if I'm really that gung ho on him, but we'll see. Obviously, I think there's going to be 4 Dark Titans and 4 Light Titans. That makes sense. But I think it's interesting. So I wonder if they'll ultimately change it so that it's 3 Titans. Right now, it looks like the totem only requires 2, but I'm not sure if they'll end up changing that. We'll see. That'll be an interesting little thing there. So I'm going to close that. But that'll be interesting to see if that actually comes about. Titan Wars, that's what this game should change its name to. It's very true. Titan Wars is back in power. All those boost spears I've been holding on to are worthless for new Titans. I would say hold on to them, Gary. You never know, and I think eventually they will add in significance to that once once that all kind of goes down. So I think once the new Titans are active and the events and probably about a month or two after, like just like they add things slowly into the egg, right, portion of things for like the summoning tree, and they slowly add things into the heroic chest. If we're just patient, we'll be able to get what we need out of them. And they're gonna have to put Dark Titan related stuff into the chest because they're gonna be new. There's gonna be new artifacts, right? So right now we of course have. I'll show you. We have the basic artifacts. So we've got these 3 artifacts. This middle one's gonna be different for all the Dark Titans. It's gonna be a dark crown. And each Titan obviously has a specific first artifact. The third one will be similar to what we already have, so we don't need to worry about that. But I would say if you give it enough time, these altar of element things will be useful to us. Just give it time. I'm just gonna hold on to mine for now. And obviously, anything that you get that's in the seal range, that'll be useful to you. You can use those for the Dark Titans. Everything else, though, not going to be that useful. Especially crowns are going to be useless, and the weapons. So you have to trade those in if you already have your Titans complete. If you don't, you can use them. So, ultimately it won't hurt you that bad in the long run, but it's true. You do kind of lose out on the ability to kind of farm what we want right away in terms of the Dark Titans. So that's fair. That's a fair assessment there. Let's see. Hillary says both look cool. I agree. I do think they look cool. I personally think Mort's powers look kind of cooler. We're going to add Hillary Hill to today's live stream festivities. Who else we got? Let's see. H is on there. Wally Gujo is not on here yet, so we got to add Gujo on here. Gujo is here. Scott DV. Event is closing. Do you know what these events look like? I'll be honest with you, we don't know what they look like yet, but highly likely, I would say it's a good idea to hold on to your Titan summoning spheres. In what we saw in mobile, there was a task that required the opening of 100 summoning spheres. So if they do that for both, you need to have 200 saved up. So I would say start stockpiling those if you can. I don't know how many we're going to need, if we need them at all. And I'm sure we're going to have a Titan run in the dungeon, so be mentally prepared for that. Those are probably super likely to affect the events. I do think energy is going to be another one. They always love having energy. It is what it is. Obviously, spending emeralds, purchasing emeralds are going to be on there. We'll see if VIP is on there. I'm not 100% sure it will be, but I think it's very likely as well. Pretty standard for a typical event. Other than that, I would say probably that's what we're looking at the most. And based on the past event that we just had, right, the recent one with Fafnir, my guess is we're going to have a similar situation where you can purchase Kyros straight up, and then after that it's going to be Kyros stalls all day long. Same with, I'm trying to think, Same goes for Mort, right, in the following week. So once we see what the first week looks like, I think it's very likely we'll have a very, very clear picture of what the following week will look like with Mort. So I don't know. I'm not going to go crazy, but I did want to open up some of these Fafnir dolls since I had them sitting around. Um, I don't know. We'll see. But that's kind of my hot take is we're going to have two very similar events back to back, and I think Mort is going to be a little bit more valuable, which is also why I think they're going to have it second, because I think they want people to spend in both, and they're going to realize that Mort is a little bit more powerful, maybe a little bit more even useful than Kyros, but Kyros is going to have a lot more hype because he's the first Dark Titan to be released. That's my opinion, and that's what I would do if I'm Hero Wars. So that's what I think would make the most sense. I think they would do that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think they'll do. Let's see. Who else do we not have on the picker wheel? We got Scott DV. New stuff, yeah, for sure. Jason David, good evening to you. We'll make sure we get you on this list. Jason David, classic, of course. Artifact chests will not have the new Titan stuff, but I don't think they ruled out the spheres yet. Yeah, I think artifact chests will not, but it's also possible they might add them into the Titan chests, though. I'm not saying it will for sure happen, but it's possible that eventually they get added to these. I don't know how soon. I don't know when. I don't know if it will actually happen, but it's possible. Stranger things have occurred. See, third artifact will be the same for new Titans, just not our first and second. Yes, that is true. Gujo, yeah, we got you on there for sure. I've saved 1,000+ summons. Wow, well, you will be well prepared for this event. Why are you not saving the dolls for Oktoberfest? Well, here's why. I have enough. I think I have enough. I'm sitting on 7 Lesser Hero Soulstone chests, which is 350 Soulstones. We also have another 100 right here. So given 350, 450, I also have a fair number of other chest dolls. I also feel like I'm pretty confident in my ability to get more Soulstones as needed. And I know we're going to have at least 1 or 2 more Soulstone related events before we hit Oktoberfest and essentially Halloween, right? So I am saving up a bunch of arena coins. I also do have a fair number of these Honorable Guardian boxes that I'm saving. So I think right now I'm in good shape, which is kind of why I'm kind of opening up those Fafnir dolls right now. I understand, obviously, you can always, use them later. But because I think with where I'm at, I'm poised well enough to be able to pick up enough Soulstones to get the 1,000 that I need for Halloween. I don't think it'll be a huge difficulty for me right now. Like, I've been in situations where I've been having a lot less and I've still made the 1,000. So I think based on what I have right now, I'll only need like 600 Soulstones, which it won't be that many because I need to pick up Amira Soulstones. I need to pick up Fafnir Soulstones. There's Soulstones I still need, so I don't think it's as concerning to me right now as I have been before. Let's see. E-Rain, yes, we will definitely add you to the wheel. Right now we're doing a live wheel because, quite frankly, I dropped the ball this month and have not been able to. I didn't have Wi-Fi for the first 2 weeks. Then this and that happened. Couldn't make videos. It's been a rough month. We hope to be back in the full swing of things starting next month. We'll be right back at it. And we'll have everything, I think, hopefully settled by then. My guess is next week will be a lot cleaner than the next week after that. My room will be about as clean as it can be, I think, and be settled. So I think we'll be in a much better spot. Any chance to give us the same task as Scorching Days? Rainy Season, Righteous Growth. I would say similar, but not the exact same, Francis. The reason being that this will be the first Dark Titan event. I don't think they want it to be too similar to those, given that we're very familiar with those tasks, and I think they want it to be a little bit more difficult, at least for the initial acquisition, because they want us spending more emeralds, they want us spending more everything. They want us spending more. I hate to say it that way, but that's how the Hero Wars typically operates on the brand new stuff. After that, I think you'll be a little bit more settled. But I do think the initial will be a little bit more. I'm going to put it that way. So I have this. I need to use it in 3 days. We might as well use it during this event. So let me hop over to an adventure, see if we got any open here. Oh, so this one's complete. So if I really wanted to, I could just simply raid that one, the level 120. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Okay, so we'll do that. I'm going to raid this, and then I'm going to get some energy picked up for this right here. Yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, like Ray said, would be much appreciated. Let's see who else we got here. It looks like John Jensen has recently joined us. Richard Ash is also here as well. We'll make sure we add both of you guys to the picker wheel for the live list that we've got going on today. We'll be doing that for sure. I have start all my Titans yesterday with my last Araji pool. Congrats, Gujo. That is awesome. Yeah, we just talked briefly about the new Titans. I'm really excited for Mort. I'm not as excited for Kyros. No offense to Kyros. Just on what I saw him perform in mobile, I was hoping for a lot more. So we'll see what happens with him on Facebook and web. Maybe he'll be better. I don't know. Can't confirm or deny because I don't know how that's going to end up. But, yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll see how that runs. Let's see. We're going to get... Do I want that or do I want this? I think I want more Trickster Canes. So we'll try to pick up some Trickster Canes here. 28. Right direction, which is great. Of course, I'm getting work emails right now. This is just... That's what you want on a Saturday at 10:30. You're getting work emails. Yeah. I'm not available right now. I'm not here. No, I'm kidding. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pick that up, and that email's not urgent. But anyway, we are gonna exchange 20 for some gold right there. We'll also pick up that extra honorable Guardian box, of course. We also got to go back to... Well, I guess we'll open 10 here. Not really necessary. But, you know, whatever. We'll do it. For the 100, that doesn't seem worth it. 100 EXP, basically potion for pets. But, you know, whatever. Chorus is done with his leveling. The only thing left is to be Ab Star. We, of course, are also working on all of our other pets. So, Albus, getting closer to... maxing him out right now, but he's not quite there yet. So back to adventures. We've got 3. We don't want to be sitting on 3 though, because we're going to miss out on a free portal charge at the end of the day. So we're going to spend 2 of them right here. Call that good, so we can definitely get at least 1 more free portal charge once the day ends, right? Because that always is how this works, right? I get another portal charge in 2 hours, 28 minutes. Would not make sense to hold 3 because that's the full amount you can hold. I'd be losing out on a portal charge. So there we go. We picked up some chaos particles right there. I think it's a matter of time before we get a new pet as well, but I don't think we're gonna get one earlier than November, which would be a month before December, which would be Winterfest. Don't see us getting any more pets until then. There's so much new content coming out right now. It is wild. It's tough to keep up with, especially because I didn't have Wi-Fi. It was terrible. But anyway, we're back in business. We're back in business. I see that you can even choose a totem. Yeah, so I do have some totems kind of just chilling in my... I don't know if I'd call it in inventory, but yeah, I guess I have 2 totems kind of just chilling right now. So, not too mad about that. I will have probably about, you know, that still means I have 8 more to go. So a lot of work left to be done. I also think people who maybe didn't keep all of their totems are maybe now regretting that a little bit, because I know some people have exchanged them. We'll put it that way. Some people have exchanged them, and they're probably not too happy with that exchange now that there's going to be new totems in the game. So they're going to regret that. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So expeditions, we are now having all the ones that I could do right now live. That other one, you need to have Valkyrie's Favor, which I do not have right now. I just don't see a need for it right now. So there's that. We got that going. Anyone else I need to add to the picker wheel? Let's see. We've got E-Rain on there. We've got John Jensen on there. Richard Ashe is on there as well. Hit that like button. Yes, thank you guys for hitting that like button. The new ones, but not the one that you see there. UCJ have, unless Heroes does it. Just working 24/7. Yeah, I mean, I guess, technically. How come you like him on mobile? He goated and good against the Super and Angus. Scary. No, I just don't feel like he deals that much damage. And maybe it's just because my Heroes is still weak as hell. Excuse my language. He's just still weak. He's super weak right now. So maybe that's also part of it based on the testing I've seen my guildmates do. Some of the ones who spend more money to get him to max level. Didn't seem like it was worth it, but we'll see. Why do you still do Adventure 11 instead of 13? I think 13 gives you much better rewards. Yeah, Zai, you have a point. But I will say there's two reasons for that as I add you to the list here. Adventure 13, right? So, great adventure. Two issues. One is if your teammates are not strong enough, you'll be sitting in that adventure for what feels like an eon. Realistically, it's probably going to be 3 days. Not to mention, again, if your teammates are not strong enough and they decide to join, you've got a secondary issue of you not getting as many chests, and you're just sitting there waiting. So I think the double whammy really gets to me personally. Not to mention there are some correct and incorrect ways to approach Chapter 13 adventures. I personally haven't made a video on it, probably should, but I think that is kind of what I'm talking about there. So that's probably why I avoid 13, because I think everyone's familiar with 11, and when you already have a raid, I mean, I just take the for sure thing as opposed to maybe a riskier, don't know how long I'll be there kind of a deal. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my rationale for it. I'll stick with it. Of course, I have 32 certificates as well, so hopefully I'll be able to cash those in at some point, right? We have all these items here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I mean, I could always, worst case scenario, if I need more soul stones, we can always use them for that purpose. What else do we need to know right now? I guess the only other thing I need to do is really check two things. One is pick up our Outland free chests, rewards. Boom. 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 So that's all three. So other than that, I don't have any of the new skins that were dropped the other day. Which, you know, unfortunate, but what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to get everything. So we're going to upgrade a little bit of Fafnir. Who else is not? Yeah, so we got some Dark Star upgrades. So we'll pick up another 2 Honorable Guardian boxes, right? Can't go wrong. Open 10 Artifact Spheres. Guess we'll open 10. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't do me any good. Doesn't hurt. I mean, obviously we picked up some seals, which are going to be useful for the Dark Titans and Light Titans because that's still going to be the same. Upgrade Gift of Elements. Let's see. Maybe we don't have enough for Judge, but we can always reset 1 and activate there. So I lost 7,000 gold, but I'm not going to cry over it. We get 300 Titan Potions, which I think is actually a better deal than 7,000 gold. We'll level up any artifact 1 time. Let's take a look. What can we do here? Maybe Ishmael has an upgrade. Yeah, so we can finish that one there. So there's that. Obviously, Ishmael still has the middle one, and that needs to go. Helios, we're about 10 away. Maybe we can go to the chest and do that. No. I need Chaos Cores. 1 Chaos Core will not do it. Doesn't look like we're going to get lucky, so we're going to leave it alone. But yeah, so we got a little bit of work to do there. We can probably upgrade Satori a little bit here, who I will need eventually if I want to continue to ultimately beat, I believe, the remaining Outland boss that I still have to do? I gotta double check. That's a question mark. I think that's the one I need. The one that runs back and forth. Let's double check. All right, so I think it's Brog. Yeah, Brog's still not done yet, so I want Satori. Satori is really the best damage dealer for this particular boss. So he's the one I need to upgrade. He can solo the boss, quite frankly. He just needs the right power-ups. Not there yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there hopefully eventually. Let's see, daily quest complete. I think other than that, all right, we did do our tower run, right? Yes, we did our tower run. Mail, season ends. So we have, I think we have some other stuff available as well. Okay, we're good there. And I know, okay, so that's fine. We'll call that good. What's going on with the Wi-Fi there? Yeah, well, I mean, the first 2 months, I just quite frankly did not have any Wi-Fi. I'm going to be honest with you. So there's that. Little girl with small cannon. She physical, right? I mean, yeah. Will the new totems have the same type of totem spheres? Charlie showed some Loadrunner stuff about a possibility of buying totem fragments. Yeah, no, we're going to have new artifacts all around. Totem fragments will be new as well. I'm 99% sure they're just going to add them to the Altar of Elements. Basically, what we're going to see is we're going to see two more added. So my guess is what they'll do is they'll have a little button here, and you can just like go to the next thing, and it'll show the next 2 totem fragments. But for right now, they're just going to add one more, right? Because they're going to add the Dark Titans first. So they'll add a Dark Totem Elemental Spirit Fragment. They're going to have a new crown. The crown is going to be a dark crown. Logically makes sense. There's going to be 2 new weapons, right? Because we got 2 new titans. So they're going to need to make these smaller to make room for 4. But then they're going to need to add a row here. Most logical thing they're going to do. If they don't do that, I will say I don't know what they were thinking. It just makes sense. Gujo, welcome to the J-Pack. Appreciate you. Just for that, though, we will be adding you on here a second time for today. Yeah, why not? We're feeling good. Asani, you have joined us as well. You'll be added to the picker wheel list. Thank you for hopping on. Thanks for stopping by. Never do that Adventure 13 on a Friday, guys. Love that. I get it. I'm with you. Replace that. So that says, yeah, I know the most powerful players in our guild can only do 2 boxes in Adventure 13. I mean, our guild, we definitely have enough guys who can do it. I just don't know. I don't know when those guys are on, and I'm not really trying to be unnecessarily like more difficult than it needs to be. So looks like we ranked decent. We ranked 46th. Take it. So we picked up some emeralds just for that. I mean, cool, I guess. Guild raid. We do have to do our guild raid really, really quick. Frank Jesse also joining the chat. Love it. You are now added to the picker wheel as well. Potential winner. Just wondering if you'll be able to use your totems in your inventory to get the new ones. I think that would make sense. I think it would be crazy not to. I think that's kind of more my rationale there. And it would really incentivize Hero Wars to keep the totems going for Winterfest. They'll make way more money that way. I mean, I get it. Like, obviously, like, as a player, you don't want to be thinking about more money you're spending out. But I think if you're a game developer, it makes the most sense to keep things so that you make a decent amount of money while players are still enjoying themselves. And I think totems, as a reward, if you can get any totem, why wouldn't you? Makes sense. So anyway, there we go. E-Rain says ODH, Mojo, Alvinor team, Merlin, good patronages. We'll try it out. It doesn't usually work well, especially with some of the higher level bosses that we're going to be fighting. But we'll try it out. We're going to start with your team, E-Rain. And then what we will do is we will use the classic team and see how that goes. And I think let's see. Do we start with that, or do we start with trying to upgrade first? I think we start with trying to upgrade first. Let's go to Astral Seer first. Pick up a thing or two, right? So let's see. We'll pick up, 2 or 3 of these? Really need those, but I never get them. Never, ever get them. Like they just don't pop up. It's like they know I need them and they never give it to me. That right there. Never get it, ever. I mean, great. I get 100, but like that's not what I need. I guess I should just wait for the daily double to get those, but that's okay. Whatever. I never get it. Let's take a look at Ascension Spire real quick before we do our E-Rain team, and then we test out our Jew, who's slightly improved, right? Slightly improved. Hillary says, Totem is the one thing helping them gain tons of money. Promise. Yeah, I agree. I think Totems make them the most money for sure. I don't think there's any doubt on that at all. All right, so we're going to close. Oh, let's see. This is another thing that I want to talk about. Let's take a look at this. Will Dark and Tight Soul Stones appear in Circle of Summoning and Titan chests immediately after they are released? I can tell you no right away, immediately after they are released. Why would they do that? No, the Soul Stones of the new Titans will only be obtainable as part of dedicated special events. Dark and Light Titan Soul Stones might appear in the Circle of Summoning in the future, but we don't expect that to happen in months to come. So they're saying at least a couple of months, maybe 3. My guess is, why the heck are they going to put those new Titans in, especially the Light Titans? I mean, we don't even have a Light Titan event scheduled yet, but it doesn't make sense for them to have those Titans available to everyone if they're not going to try to spend to get them early. So, I mean, just like any pet event, right? They don't get released immediately after they're released. Just not how this works. The existing Titan chests won't contain Soul Stones of new Dark and Light Titans right after their release. Makes sense again. It is still undecided whether Soul Stones of new Titans will appear in existing chests sometime in the future or in completely new chests. If they do completely new chests, that's messed up. But I will say in the future, I think it makes sense that they be added. I think it would make sense that they're added the same time they come to Circle of Summoning, which I think will be 4 or 5 months out, not until the next year. That's what I think is realistic. Everything else, whatever. Will I be able to get the new Titans artifacts in existing artifact chests right after release? Again, why would you be able to get stuff like that right after release? That's not how these things work. Once released, the new artifacts for Titans can only be obtained from the Altar of Elements. Great. Yeah, again, why are we expecting things to be right after the release? That's just not how these work. Will the Elemental Tournament shop sell fragments of new artifacts for Elemental Tournament coins? No, artifact fragments for the new Titans will not appear in Elemental Tournament shop immediately after the... Again, immediately, of course not. Come on. Will Darken Titans be released separately during different events? Yes. I mean, we could already see that from the video that they promoted not that long ago. Of course, Dark and Light Titans will be separate. And it looks like they're trying to milk this as much as possible, going one by one. So, obviously, let's see. New Titans will be arriving over time from late September to November. 2 Dark Titans and a Totem will appear in game, followed by 2 Titans and a Totem. So, we already know now. Right, we're getting these 2 Dark Titan events back to back. Most likely, we're going to have 2 Light Totems or 2 Light Titans back to back right after that. I mean, that's what they're telling us right here. It says next week we got Kyros, and then we got Mort. Then we're going to get 2 Light Titans right after that. So in the next 4 weeks, we already know what the events are. We already know it's going to be a Dark Titan, Light Titan, Light Titan. Right. So based on that, I mean that makes sense. That's what we're probably going to see. Will I be able to obtain a Light Totem or Light Titan artifact fragments from Titan artifact spheres immediately after Dark Titans are released, or will I have to wait until the release of the Light Titans? These artifacts and totems will be released alongside the first Dark Titan Kyros. You'll be obtaining them at once, but you'll have to wait for the arrival of their Titans to use them. Well, sure. Where will I be able to use 2 totems at once? Can I do it in all game modes or just in Clash of Worlds? Which, again, I'm not happy about Clash of Worlds. Just saying. You'll be able to create a team with 2 totems in any mode featuring Titans, provided that at least 1 Dark or Light totem is used. Will the new Titan appear in the dungeon? We're not currently planning to include new Titans in the dungeon enemy lineup, not even in rooms with Titans of different elements. However, we might still change our mind before the new Titans are released. If we do, we'll let you know in a separate notice. That said, you'll be able to... I can tell you right now, they're going to change it in the future, right? Right now, their developers are probably so swamped with the brand new update that they don't have time to update the dungeon as well. I mean, there's already so many issues with the dungeon they need to fix before they start changing stuff, but they're not going to change that. They're not going to change it yet, but they will. I almost guarantee eventually they'll put Dark and Light Titans in there. It's crazy for them not to. Just makes sense. It's just like the adventures that we have for heroes right now. If when we get a new hero, they don't get added immediately, but over time they get put into those adventures. I think that just is logically how they're going to do things they've done in the past. Maybe they get lazy and don't do it, but I would still expect them to do that. So, you know, we got some Q&As there that I think are pretty straightforward. The only thing that was kind of nice and that they told us right here is that we're going to have 2 Dark Titan events and 2 Light Titan events, right back to back to back to back to back. So, little fun stuff there. We can close that now officially. We've talked about it. Still 40 away here from doing anything with our fun Mr. Kark. We can do something here with Astaroth, though. So we will. Magic Attack allows for more increase in the revival of Astaroth's abilities. We got some Magic Defense here, making Astaroth a little bit stronger against the twins especially. So here we go. We got some more stuff. This eats away at my gold so fast. But anyway, we're now short on defensive resilience insignias. So there's that. We're going to keep chugging along here. Take a look. I guess we might as well power up our Jew a little bit, right? He is a key aspect of us getting further along in damage. So now that we've done all that, we're going to do our guild raid. We're going to start with E-Rain's teams. We're going to start with E-Rain's team, and then we're going to do the Jew team. And then we're going to have our 2 winners from the picker wheel. So that's really the plan here to get us to the finish line of this particular stream here. Hello, Tanya. We got to add you to the picker wheel. You are also a JPack member, so we definitely got to add you on here twice. But you're on here now. Hello to you. Yep, the wheel hardly ever gives you what you want. Yeah, I hear that. Kujo says there's a Q&A that tells us a lot. I think we kind of covered it there. Francis says Tanks and Super Titans will be next year. I'm hoping it's shortly after the end of Winterfest. I'm pretty sure it will be. So I don't think you need to worry about that at all. Hillary says the Jew team is good. I agree. All right, let's try E-Rain's team here. So ODH, which, oh my God, my ODH team needs work. We'll get there eventually though, right? Can't be perfect ever. Let's see. Mojo is one of them. ODH Mo D is there already. Where's H? Mojo and Alvanor. Old man Alvanor. All right, so we got Alvanor. I know Merlin's the patronage here. I hope I have the patronage right. Let's see, Merlin. Let's see, let's take a look at this. So we got health and armor. I think that's right. Mara, magic attack. Magic attack and armor. Magic attack and armor. Okay. Magic attack, magic pen. I think we're good. Can you confirm that, E-Rain? Can we confirm that this patronage is fine? I know last time you yelled at me and I didn't like that, so let me know what you think. Is that fine, E-Rain? Can we run with this to try to get 2,000 damage points? If I don't hear from you in a little bit, I think we're just gonna defensive patronages. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong. Dorian can have none. Okay, Dorian. Oh, that's the wrong one. Dorian doesn't need one. Fine. Give Helios Axel. Okay. Based on this, I mean, it looks fine to me. I guess the only one that isn't being used is Merlin, so I guess we put Merlin on Dorian? Or do we just leave it alone? Yo, Jimmy Thomas, nice to have you here. Mojo with Chorus. My Chorus is super weak, but yeah, I guess why not? I actually don't even have access to Chorus right now because he's still green. Let's see. Maybe we can change that. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Hit the like. Yes, thank you, guys. Jimmy will add you to the list as well. Jimmy, you are on there for the chance at picker wheel fame. Let's see. Chorus is +1. I don't think we can get him all the way, but we'll maybe upgrade him a little bit. Didn't even think about patronage for Chorus, honestly. Maybe that was my bad. Oh well. But yeah, let's go back to Asgard. We can't do Chorus, unfortunately, for Mojo there because we don't have availability. But I think we're going to run it. I think it's not that bad. It's close. We'll get there, Urain. We're not quite at your level of strength on those particular heroes. Magoosh says hit already. Thanks, Magoosh. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. Once this loads, we'll hit. Oh, forgot how terrible Asgard is. They really need to fix this. I'm just going to refresh my page. Come on. Come on! Come on. Work with me here, Hero Wars. Work with me. OSU. 75-yard run for a TD. Wow, 52-21. All right, come on. Let's do this. Let us defeat. Well, let's do the 2,000 damage we're going to do anyway on on Osh, but let's see. Francis Egan says, I like Chorus's patronage sealed in certain situations. I guess I should work on him then so we can have that availability. I really wanted to finish my Albus first, but I can see that I need Chorus's patronage. So there's that. All right, let's do this. I remember most of the patronage, so it should be fine. Mojo should not be with Mara, but Chorus, which we'll fix later. Alvanor, ODH, so there's the H. Dorian, Orion. Pet was Merlin. This one doesn't need one. This one we'll give him Axel. We will now give Orion Magic Attack and Magic Penetration. I actually think is better, but we'll do that for now. Oliver. This one I think was wrong. This one actually is Merlin, right? Mojo with Chorus. I mean, this one's better, but it's weaker, but we'll run it. It's fine. All right, let's just do it. Magoosh says, I want to develop Albus, but don't have too many extra resources for him. Yeah, I will say, I never feel like I have enough pet resources to power up, even with the daily portal charges. It is what it is. So here we're getting run through. This is a tough boss. I'm not going to lie. Level 160 Osh. Kind of tough. 945. We got stopped. But let's see. We'll see what Jew, Isaac, the classic Nebula, Sebastian, and Martha squad can do. Put an Albus in there. This team hopefully can do a little bit better than that. I believe they can. We'll see what happens. There we go. We passed the number. Can't hate on that. So, no buffs on this one. Just one of those weeks. Just did not have time to collect those, but whatever. Isaac still somehow remained alive for longer than I thought he would, given that I didn't have any healing. Martha just takes eons to heal. Jew holding on for dear life. Nebula finally getting some healing, but oh my goodness. We just ate a major attack from Ash. Jew hanging in there, dealt 3 mil damage by himself, almost, seemingly. So, can't go wrong. Albus will help if we can get enough time for him to hit. Not enough. Okay, 4 mil damage. Not too bad, not great, but obviously level 160 Osh, tough. It's a very, very tough opponent. It's not the same as a level 140 or even a level 150. We could probably deal almost like 450 mil. But that's okay. You know what? Hey, we're trying to get better, and so you're not going to be better if you're facing weak teams or weak opponents. And Osh is not a slouch. So, 10 mil damage is probably going to be far off for this week. But that's okay. It's also partly on my fault for waiting until now to do it. But I think it makes sense, right? So we're trying to face better opponents. We're trying to get our team stronger and be more ready for those hits. Obviously, I could hit Friday morning, but not really trying to get the highest score. I'm trying to improve my team and see where I stand. So we're going to collect some stuff here. Let's see. Don't think it's enough to upgrade, but we'll check it out. Did Alvinor get stunned and that prevented him from ulting? Yes, he did. But that's also because of the level boss that we're facing. We're facing a level 160 boss, and he's going to get stunned every time because level 160 versus level 130, level 160 clearly has an advantage, and you can't prevent a stun there unless you get really lucky. So that can be very, very tough. So we'll add Magoosh to the picker wheel as well here before we get to it. Save that list for today. But anyway, we're going to just double check to see if there's anything else we can do in upgrades in Asgard. And then we'll do the picker wheel and we'll have our 2 winners for today. But I will say I really like my Albus. I just need him to get a little stronger. But overall, I can't complain. So, all right. So we got Astaroth is now my strongest hero somehow in terms of power. But that's definitely a lie. Kark is definitely my best hero. Okay, we'll just see. Not really too much I want to upgrade right now. Great Tree of Wisdom. What do you got for me? If anything. Let's take a look. And if nothing, we're going to go straight to the picker wheel. And we're going to have 2 winners, just like we had last week from the live, that will be testing out. So that is currently the plan. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of good pets. I don't really think there's anything you can go wrong with. I think you'd just be a little bit crazy if you're not focusing on one of the following. Albus, Axel, King Biscuit, great. And I think those are probably the 3 that I think are probably the most useful universally. Oliver's not bad. But I think Axel outclasses him slightly. And here we can do 1 level upgrade for our warriors, which I think I'm going to do because Kark is really right there. It's going to eat up a lot of my ancient wisdom crystals, but I think it makes sense. So we're going to do it. We got some more armor for our Kark. Next will be health if I can get to it. But that's level 37 now for us. Long ways to go to 50 still. But we make some progress. Can't complain. So there is that. We've now officially upgraded Branch of Wisdom 1 time. Close this. And we got a picker wheel. Let's do it. All right, so we got 2 winners. Good luck to everybody. You just let me know what reward you would like. Either message me here in Discord and or, well, I guess you can leave a message here in chat, but I think preferably you message me on Discord and I can get the reward to you as soon as possible. Sometimes it does take about a week if I get really just caught up in work. Just a forewarning, I'm not forgetting about you, promise. But we'll get you the reward. We will. So if you're not sure about rewards, I'll get back to you on that as well. Anyway, Magoosh says, do you have a recommendation for the Order of Tree and Asgard, Order of Tree branches? Yes. Start with your main attacker 100%. Start on that tree. Keep pushing that tree until you are about as far as you can go. And then look at your tank. Those are probably the 2 best pieces of advice I can start with. Then after that, you look at healers. But really the main thing is going to be your main attacker. Then support is probably the 3rd branch you want to look at. After that, magic attackers, if you haven't already started that. Because it has about half the heroes. Which, I mean, I can make a more in-depth video, but to start, that's probably how I would go about it. All right, let's spin. We got winner number 1 if the picker wheel would like to activate. Maybe. Let's see. It's probably a little rusty. It hasn't been spun in a week. Let's see. Picker wheel. Do I need to log in? What are we doing here? All right. There we go. There it is. All right. Winner number 1 shall be chosen. Let's take a look here. And it is ZY. ZY is our lucky winner. Let's see. Is Zai? Zai was on here? Yeah, Zai was on here asking a little bit earlier about adventures, right? So congratulations, Zai. You are our lucky winner. Feel free to shoot me a message on Discord. If you can't find my Discord, make sure you hop over to one of my videos in the past. They definitely will have it, and we'll get you a reward. No problem. And that was really close to you, Gujo. I'm not going to lie. That was real close. So hopefully we'll see what happens here with spin number 2. Good luck to everybody. Let's take a look. Dave Crandell is our second winner. Congratulations, Dave. And to you, Zai, you guys are our 2 lucky winners. Also, as a thank you, Gujo, shoot me a message on Discord what you might like, either for Facebook or web. We'll get you set up with something as well. Appreciate you for joining the JPack. We'll definitely be, we'll shoot you a little something. So shoot me a message. The 3 of you guys, congratulations. We'll be having 2 more winners guaranteed tomorrow, Sunday live stream. Not sure on the time yet, but we'll get things sorted out. Yeah, we'll get something figured out. Time is not set yet, but it's likely it will be potentially the same time, maybe 10ish tomorrow, but nothing set in stone just yet. Just spitballing, we'll get things sorted out. But congratulations, guys. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon in Dominion. Excited to see what these new Titans have in store for us. Hopefully, they outdo expectations, especially Kyros. I have very low expectations for him. Mort, I'm excited to kind of take a closer look at. We'll see. But anyway, with that being said, guys, thank you so much again for hanging out with me on this live stream. Some videos hopefully incoming very, very soon. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon in Dominion. Thank you, everyone, and we will be live.